Brazil, a land of rhythm, passion, and magic. When we talk about football, Brazil is not just another country, it's a living museum of artistry, a theater where the ball becomes an instrument of joy. For decades, the Seleção has gifted the world moments that feel less like sport and more like pure poetry. And among the countless legends Brazil has produced, one name still sends chills down the spine of every football fan: Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho was more than a footballer. He was a performer, a magician with a ball at his feet. With his dazzling dribbles, no-look passes, and that unforgettable smile, he turned every game into a festival. He didn't just defeat defenders, he embarrassed them, leaving crowds gasping with tricks that looked impossible until he made them real. His style wasn't about power or numbers, it was about creativity, freedom, and joy. Ronaldinho reminded us that football was, above all, meant to be enjoyed. And now, as the world wonders who could possibly carry that torch of Brazilian artistry, another name has begun to echo through the stadiums: João Pedro, a young forward many are calling the second Ronaldinho. At first glance, such a comparison may sound exaggerated. After all, how can anyone truly follow in the footsteps of Ronaldinho, one of the most unique players in history? But João Pedro isn't asking to be the next Ronaldinho, he's letting his football speak for him. And when you watch him on the pitch, you can't help but see the flickers of that same old magic. The moment João Pedro steps onto the field, you realize he's no ordinary striker. He's not just about goals, he's about creating moments. His dribbling is sharp, unpredictable, and fearless, reminiscent of Ronaldinho's ability to twist past defenders who thought they had him trapped. His ball control is silky smooth, almost glued to his feet, and when he accelerates, it feels like defenders are chasing shadows. Like Ronaldinho, João Pedro has vision. He sees passes where no one else does, finding spaces and creating opportunities that seemed invisible a second earlier. While most strikers are focused only on finishing, João Pedro can drop deep, link play, and craft chances for his teammates. That versatility makes him more than just a forward. He is a playmaker, a creator, and a spark of chaos that unsettles defenses. But João Pedro's game is not just about flair. He's proven himself as a complete attacker, strong in the air, clinical with his finishing, and smart with his movement. He has already shown he can score with headers, strike with both feet, and adapt to different situations. This balance of elegance and efficiency is what makes the comparison to Ronaldinho so fascinating. Of course, Ronaldinho was not simply a player who scored goals or provided assists. He changed the rhythm of the game itself. He made football fun again. With every flick, every trick, every cheeky smile, he spread joy not just to fans, but to his teammates as well. João Pedro, in his own way, seems to embody that same spirit. He plays with freedom, with happiness, and with a touch of that famous Samba style that has always defined Brazilian football. When João Pedro runs at defenders, you feel the same unpredictability that Ronaldinho once carried. You don't know whether he's going to shoot, dribble, or pass, and that uncertainty makes him dangerous. More importantly, it makes him entertaining. And in a world where football sometimes feels too mechanical and too tactical, João Pedro brings back that lost charm. The idea that the game is also about fun, flair, and expression. But let's be realistic. There will never be another Ronaldinho. He was a once-in-a-lifetime genius who carved his own path. João Pedro doesn't need to become Ronaldinho 2.0 to succeed. What he can do is take inspiration from the magic of the past and mold it into his own identity. And so far, he is doing exactly that. What excites Brazilian fans most is the possibility of João Pedro leading the new generation. Brazil is already blessed with young stars like Vinícius Júnior, Rodrygo, and Endrick, but João Pedro brings something different. While Vinícius dazzles with pace and skill on the wings, João Pedro has that aura of unpredictability through the middle, blending creativity with clinical finishing. If nurtured properly, this balance could make him one of the most important players for Brazil's future. The comparisons to Ronaldinho also reveal something deeper about Brazil's footballing soul. Brazil doesn't just want players who score, they want entertainers. They want artists who make the game worth watching, who make children fall in love with football again. João Pedro's rise has reignited that conversation. Could he be the one to bring back the joy, the magic, and the fearless creativity that defined Ronaldinho's era? Many argue that Ronaldinho was truly irreplaceable, and they're right. No one will ever match his exact charisma or his one-of-a-kind style. But what João Pedro represents is not an imitation, it's a continuation. He represents the spirit of freedom, imagination, and fun that Brazilian football has always stood for. If João Pedro can maintain this consistency, if he can keep improving and carrying that confidence onto bigger stages, then it's only a matter of time before the world takes notice. The media may call him the next Ronaldinho, but maybe one day fans will call him something even greater. João Pedro, the magician of a new generation. As Brazil prepares for the challenges ahead, the World Cup qualifiers, the Copa America, and ultimately the 2026 World Cup, the nation is searching for new heroes. And while no one can ever replace Ronaldinho, the arrival of João Pedro offers hope that the magic of Brazilian football is alive and well. The Samba is still dancing, the artistry is still glowing, and the world might just be witnessing the birth of another icon. So, here's the question for you. Can João Pedro truly become Brazil's new magician? Can he live up to the comparisons, or will he carve his own identity as the forward who brought joy back to the Seleção? One thing is certain, Brazil's story of football magic is far from over, and João Pedro is writing the next chapter.